Week 8 of the NFL on CBS. We're underway in Houston. And this will be a touchback. So Conley right away against his former team getting the start after he was traded on Monday. On first down is Josh Jacobs running left. And Jacobs slips a tackle and picks up a first down. Carr looking to throw. And he's looking for Waller. It's incomplete. Lonnie Johnson had the coverage. And second down and 10. They flip it to Trevor Davis trying to get around the edge. Whitney Merciless is there, and he shoves Davis out of bounds.
I would expect from the Texans.
Raiders second in the NFL on third down. This is 3rd and 11. Carr looking deep for Davis. Separation, but incomplete. And it's the former Raider, Conley, who was in coverage. DeAndre Carter back deep to receive the punt from A.J. Cole, the rookie out of NC State. High, short kick by Cole. Bounces at the 32, takes a Raiders hop, and out of bounds inside the 20. And the Texans will start this drive at their own 17-yard line. Carlos Hyde gets the start at running back, and Watson looking to the air, and incomplete. We met with him on Friday. He basically said they've got to clean up all the penalties. That has been a big issue early in games, and now they're going to be faced with 3rd and long as Carlos Hyde gets minimal yardage. Now Duke Johnson next to Deshaun Watson on 3rd down and 9.
Watch for the pressure coming right around the top.
Watson has time, throws right too high, looking for Kenny Stills, but a flag comes in. It was the rookie Trayvon Mullen who had the coverage. Mullen making his first NFL start today. He was a big reason why the Raiders traded Garyon Conley to Houston.
The pass, holding, defense number 27. It's a 5-yard penalty, an automatic first down.
And John Gruden told us, look, we know they're going to go at Trayvon Mullen today. Let's see what he's made of mentally. His mental makeup is Hopkins with a nice catch. And then a tackle made by Carl Joseph. Gain of 5 on the play. It's 2nd and 5. Watson keeps it and now dumps it down to Jordan Akins, who stretches across the 35 for a Houston first down. Play fake to Carlos Hyde. Watson in trouble, and Watson goes down. It was Jonathan Hankins and Max Crosby closing quickly for a loss of 3. Whitehead and Hankins will share that sack, the 22nd sack allowed this season by the Houston offense. 2nd and 13. Watson over the middle to his tight end Darren Fells, and he's tackled immediately at the 38 by LaMarcus Joyner and Whitehead. And some movement up front.
Yeah, Tunsil leaning. He's had that issue since coming over from the Dolphins.
Ball start. Offense. Number 78. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
The Texans lead the NFL in pre-snap penalties. There's another to their total as they swing this one to Kenny Stills. Trying to get away from LaMarcus Joyner. He cannot. And Harris, the deep man, awaiting the kick at his own 20 for Oakland. Good kick by Anger. Harris moving back. He's going to let it go over his head, and it goes into the end zone. So a little too good for Brian Anger. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Their second drive. This one begins at their own 20-yard line. And they'll hand it off to Jacobs. And Jacobs finds a seam across the 25. Told us he feels 8 years older after all the travel he's been doing. As that pass is broken up by Zach Cunningham.
Oh, yeah, I know that one works.
Both Bay Area teams playing at the same time. Raiders and 49ers. Here's Carr throwing right, and it's broken up again.
Tried to get the tallest guy they could get to match up against him. Nice job there.
Second punt for A.J. Cole, a better one than the first time, and Carter from his own 15. Up the middle, and Carter tackled at the 30-yard line for Willie Brown. On first down, Carlos Hyde is hit at the 32 by Whitehead, and James, you played for the Raiders. Obviously a 9-year absence from coaching. As Watson throws, and that one is complete to Kenny Stills. 3rd down and 2 with Stills in motion. Watson looking for Stills, nearly intercepted, and that would have been a pick six for Trayvon Mullen. But that streak nearly ended right there on third down. As Anger is out to kick it away to Harris. Harris from his own 10. There's a flag down, and now Harris is tackled by Dylan Cole at the 24-yard line. We'll await the call from Craig Rolstad.
During the kick, holding team, receiving team, number 98. That penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
Afterwards, now of course in his first year as Raiders general manager, Jacobs. And he is spun down at the 7-yard line by Carlos Watkins. Second down and 7. Carr, and he finds Zay Jones, his first catch as an Oakland Raider. Picked it up so quickly that Keelan Doss is inactive today for the Raiders. This is DeAndre Washington on the carry. He is tripped up at the 24-yard line. Get you an update on Hudson just as soon as we hear one. A.J. Ross is down on the sideline. Second down and 6. The give to Washington, and Washington out towards the 30-yard line. 3rd and 1. Jacobs, the running back. Alec Ingold is the fullback. They give it to the fullback, just his 3rd carry of the season, and he's got just enough for an Oakland first down. It's a play fake. Here comes Watt. Watt knocks it down. J.J. Watt all over that one. There's Jacobs, the rookie, and moving the legs out to the 35. Carr, good protection, and he completes it, and staying at his feet is Renfro. Hunter Renfro, all the way, 65 yards, his first NFL touchdown.
But these young players who are getting a chance to play for the first time, they've been out on the practice field, but they haven't tackled anyone. So now you come and you're grabbing and lunging at people. You've got to tackle, run through people. Renfro catching the ball right on the move. Ball's thrown really accurately by Carr. You end up with 6 points because of 2 missed tackles.
Raiders had gone 19 straight games without a 50-yard completion, the longest active streak in the NFL.
Defining it, retweaking it a little bit here, but you love it when you get a short pass and a long run out of it.
Touchback, and Houston will get the football at the 25-yard line. We mentioned all of the Clemson connections. Watson was in attendance. On first down, they hand it off to Carlos Hyde. Some nice running. And Hyde is a half-yard shy of a first down. Good to knock it off to good starts. Hyde again, he picks up the first down.
He's really a safety.
Movement up front, the ball is loose. There is a flag down. Carter scoops it up and then shoved out of bounds by Nicholas Morrow.
Offside. Defense, number 96. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
3rd penalty on the Raiders here in the opening quarter. It's a play fake. Watson. And he finds a wide open Fells into Oakland territory, and Joseph pushes him out at the 32, and now a flag comes in as well. Darren Fells was wide open on that route, and it could be a face mask at the end of the play.
Oh, nice job by Fells.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense, number 42. That 15-yard penalty is out at the end of the play. Automatic. First down.
Carlos Hyde right up the gut and across the 15. Worley on the tackle as Houston has had a lot of success in the red zone this year, tied for 4th in the NFL. Second worst red zone defense in the NFL. Watson on the move, chased by Joseph, and throws it away. Can Oakland hold them to a field goal here? It's 3rd and 5.
Got to be looking at Hopkins.
Watson, Duke Johnson, and he's got it for... Is it a touchdown? It is! Late signal and the flag. Duke Johnson in the end zone.
You know, it's number 25 on 25, and I think Eric Harris, see the officials huddling. Did he lead with the crown of his helmet? Because it was a big blow right there at the goal line, and Duke Johnson had that ball stuck out trying to get it across the end line. So take another look at it.
There's no personal foul in the play. The result of the play is a touchdown.
And Fairbairn's extra point is good. Trevor Davis back deep. And Davis will take a knee. Here's Josh Jacobs, and Cunningham throws him down for a loss. All right, AJ, so it's still Andre James at center for the Raiders with Hudson out to the locker room. Loss of one on the play. It's 2nd and 11. Carr has time, now checks it down to Jacobs. Jacobs to the 30-yard line. And Ardrick McKinney on the stop after a gain of 7. Carr, and incomplete. Still not able to connect with Darren Waller yet today, as Justin Reed had the coverage.
He thinks he's being held there, throws those hands up. The officials don't see it the same way.
Cole punting to Carter. At the 14, tackled immediately, and a great special teams play by Nevin Lawson. Watson keeps it. He's going to run it himself. And Watson has some daylight. First down run by Deshaun Watson, a gain of 12. Start this quarter with first down and 10. And they'll begin it on the ground with Duke Johnson. He has an 18-11 record as a starting quarterback. Did not start his first game as a rookie. Came in at halftime. And that one is juggled and incomplete. Jordan Akins could not hold on as Trayvon Mullen was bearing down on him. The only quarterback with a better mark, Derek Carr of the Raiders.
A little extra coverage shaded over here against DeAndre Hopkins.
Watson passes batted down. That was Furl who got his big paw on it. He's playing a lot on the inside as well, especially on 3rd down like he was right there. Anger out to punt with Davis, the deep man for the Raiders. Davis calls for a fair catch at his own 30-yard line.
I felt like charging him when he left us because it was like a session where he's bearing his soul when he came in to talk to us.
As Washington has the carry out to the 35. Or he's just going out there having fun. He seems to be really enjoying this season with the Raiders. Back to Washington on 2nd and 4. He's got the first down. But a special game for Carr coming back to Houston for the first time. And he completes this one out towards midfield.
But he's seeing the field so well because they're protecting him so well.
Maybe the Texans need to put Toro out there to get a sack as Watt trips up DeAndre Washington at the Houston 48-yard line. First down and 10. Here's Jacobs trying the right side, gets around Watt. There goes Jacobs. First down and more. Still going inside the 30-yard line. Brennan Scarlett finally makes the tackle after a gain of 20. Right back to the rookie. And Jacobs is stopped at the 21-yard line. Carr looking for Waller, bumped and incomplete. Let's see what Gruden dials up here out of the timeout on 3rd and 6. Carr completes it to Zay Jones. First and goal for the Raiders. Here's Jacobs, caught in the backfield. That's Angelo Blackson.
He is a little bit of a fire plug at safety.
38 years old. 2nd and goal. Carr keeps it. There's Waller. Waller angling for the end zone. Lunges, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. This incredible story of Darren Waller continues. his third touchdown of the season, and the Raiders regain the lead.
Sometimes you use great speed to run up the field. Other times you use it to go across the field, and that's what they do horizontally behind the line of scrimmage. You outrun the coverage that has to run through all the defensive players on the other side. And Waller, once he gets a step on you, you're in trouble.
And now here's Daniel Carlson for the extra point. And with 9:36 to go in the first half, Darren Waller has given the Raiders a 14-7 lead. Who is yet to have a game with 3 touchdown passes this season. Already has 2 in the first half. Touchback. Houston will get the ball at the 25. He gives it to Akins, and Akins is going nowhere. Nice tackle by Nevin Lawson. Keyword, JB, is was.
Only going downhill now.
That's a past tense now. Just 1 for 4 on 3rd down in this opening half. They toss it to Duke Johnson. Flag is down. Johnson has the first down and dragged down from behind by LaMarcus Joyner. Well, let's see what the penalty is. The Raiders are indicating this is against Houston.
Holding. Offense. Number 88. That's a 10-yard penalty. Replay. 3rd down.
Watson in trouble. Pocket collapsing. And Watson has stood up. Benson Mayowa. So as AJ told us, Dwayne Harris questionable to return. Trevor Davis back deep to receive the punt from Brian Anger. Anger punting from his own 5-yard line. Good punt. Backing Davis up to his 35. Davis has great speed, and a flag is down as Brennan Scarlett wraps up Trevor Davis. We'll see what the penalty is. 49-yard punt by Anger, who has done a nice job since he was signed after week 2, taking over for Trevor Daniel.
During the return, holding, return team, number 32. The 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 1st down.
Empty backfield for Carr on 1st down and 10 out of the shotgun. Watt tripped up. Carr looking for Waller. Flag is down. Waller's got it out of bounds at the Houston 41. Let's see what the penalty marker is.
A little bit of a rub play where you take your offensive receivers and you rub them into the defender who's trying to stay with Waller. And look at Coach Gruden going, no, didn't happen.
Offense, number 13. The 10-yard penalty, replay. 1st down.
That was an unbelievable throw. They have to go out between the hashes to get his challenge flag back.
Ruling on the field that there was offensive pass interference.
Okay, am I going to come in?
John Gruden lost the challenge, so he loses a timeout, and it's now 1st and 20. We'll hear from Gene Steratore in a moment as Jacobs is tripped up by J.J. Watt. No successful pass interference reviews since week 3. Would you still throw the flag if you're a coach in today's game?
I think what you're getting faced with,
Delay
and
a game.
we'll hear what Ralston
Offense,
has on this
number
file.
4. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Why we see the frustration element of the coaches is they've got a feeling like it's not going to be changed, but I've got to throw this because it's a part of the game now.
I don't like giving them the free releases and getting the ball off easily.
There's Davis over the middle. Davis at the 30 and stood up by Lonnie Johnson. He is short of a 1st down, and out comes the punt unit for the Raiders after a gain of 15. Carter lets it bounce at the 25, now fields it at the 15, and he is spun down by Keyshawn Nixon, the rookie out of South Carolina.
By alignment, you have that closed edge up top.
There's Carlos Hyde, and Crosby missed the tackle. Flag comes in, and then Hyde is brought down. It was Jonathan Hankins on the stop. Let's see what the penalty is.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense, number 98. That's 15-yard penalty added to the end of the play, automatic. 1st down.
use those tight ends that you have in the game as a little bit of extra pass protection for Deshaun Watson.
There goes Lonnie Johnson into the Houston locker room. Here's Deshaun Watson over the middle, caught. That's DeAndre Hopkins for a Houston first down. James, the Raiders average 8 penalties for 74 yards. In the first half, they have 8 penalties for 70 yards. Hopkins again along the sideline.
He's on his way there again this year.
That was a career high and tied a franchise record. And a flag comes in. False start against the Texans.
False start. Offense, number 66. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Quick pass to Hopkins with blockers ahead. Hopkins has the first down. Great job after the catch by DeAndre Hopkins. Watson takes the check down and throws too high for Duke Johnson, shielding himself from the sun on 2nd down and 10. Watson taking a deep shot looking for Hopkins, and it's incomplete. Good job by Eric Harris to come over and break that one up. And now it's 3rd and 10.
The stacked alignment gives your receivers a free release.
Watson over the middle, and it's caught for a first down by Kenny Stills. Carlos Hyde, the running back, next to Deshaun Watson. And it is Hyde, runs into his own man. And Hyde is tackled for a big loss after running into one of his teammates. Max Crosby makes the tackle. Houston has all 3 timeouts. Oakland with only 1 remaining. Carr high again, and Akins could not hold on. 3rd down and 16. Watson dancing in the pocket, finds the open man Johnson over the middle, and he's tackled at the 15-yard line. He's also missed 4 extra points, and that's the distance of this field goal. And this one by Fairbairn is good with 141 yards and 2 touchdown passes. Dwayne Harris back in the game. Remember earlier he left because of an injury. He returns to see the ball go over his head. Hughes corner matched up with Tyrell Williams on the bottom of your screen. See if Carr goes that way. Instead he finds Galen Richard, who shoved that out of bounds by Crossan. Need about 40 yards to get into field goal range for Daniel Carlson with no timeouts. Carr to the right, there's Waller, and he's pushed out by Cunningham. He's short of a first down. Carr, Chase throws on the run, incomplete. Jacob Martin bringing the pressure. Here's Cole to punt. Carter, the deep man from his own 19. Slips 1 tackle. Carter out of bounds at the 32.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team number 32. That's a 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Houston in its own 22-yard line. They do get the ball to start the second half. Pressure's coming. Watson gets away. There's a flag down. Watson with some room to run up the middle and slides down at the 31. Raiders are saying this is a hold against the Texans.
Holding. Offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty, replay. First down.
That's on Chris Clark, who was just signed on October 16th and starting at right tackle today. They do just hand it off to Duke Johnson. Whitehead is there, and does not look like Bill O'Brien will call one of his 2 timeouts, and the Texans, who will get the ball again to start the second half, will go into the locker room down by 4. Carter, the deep man for the Texans. Second half is underway. A touchback by Oakland. Wow, big injury news right there, AJ. Thank you. So the Raiders without their center, and the Texans now without 2 more starters on their defense, as Deshaun Watson is tackled at the 27 after a gain of 3. Duke Johnson lined up as a wideout at the bottom of your screen. Some movement and a penalty against the Texans.
False start. Offense, number 73. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
6 penalties on the Texans today. They've had 10 in each of their last 2 games. Watson has time. Now chased by Mayowa. Watson pump fakes and out of bounds. Shy of the 30-yard line.
Around Deshaun Watson.
Just 2 for 7 on third down today. Here comes the pocket collapsing. Watson steps up to elude it, dives up ahead, and they're saying he gave himself up a half-yard shy of a first down. They're going to run a play. Watson trying to get around the edge. He does, and he's got the first down.
Coming out for the third quarter.
35 yards rushing today for Deshaun Watson. Looking for the air here. And deep for Carter is open. DeAndre Carter down the sideline. Out of bounds inside the 15. Today, DeAndre Carter getting some more chances on offense. Carlos Hyde. And Hyde is stuffed. Empty backfield for Watson on 2nd and 11.
Here's Whitehead, who has to spy Watson.
Watson looking end zone for Hopkins, incomplete.
That was a great camera shot. It looked like Deshaun Watson was talking directly to Kenny Stills.
30 down, and Watson somehow doesn't go down, and now he does. Arden Key finished him off. Benson Mayowa, the initial hit. Here's Fairbairn, who connected earlier from 33. This is from 40 yards out. And Fairbairn is good. So Bill O'Brien pointed out that A.J. McCarron knows a lot more about the inner workings of the Raiders in terms of useful information than Gary and Conley. As Harris returns it to the 23-yard line. Raiders start this drive at their own 22, and they give it to Jacobs. And the Bama product going nowhere. And also Keon Crossan at corner, bottom of your screen for Johnson. This is Jacobs, some nice running, out to the 27-yard line. Omenahu is out there. Carr looking for Tyrell Williams. He's got it. First down, Raiders at midfield. Armstrong off the practice squad yesterday. His first game as a Texan as Richard trying to get to the 45, and he stopped just short by Zach Cunningham. 2nd down and 7. Carr looking deep for Williams, and Williams goes up to get it. And now they're saying incomplete. Williams thought he had it going to the ground. Keon Crossan had the coverage. They got to hurry. Carr just gets it off. Pressure coming from Merciless. Carr throws on the run. Wide open Williams. Williams at the 10. He'll walk it in. Touchdown Raiders. Welcome back Tyrell Williams. Here's Carlson for the extra point. Right down the middle, and it is good. Carlson kicking away to Carter. And returnable for Carter at his own 2. And Carter tackled shy of the 25-yard line. Watson throwing on first down. And a big hit by Tyre Whitehead on Duke Johnson. All right, guys, thank you very much. As Watson throws on the run, connects with Hopkins. And he's tackled by Nevin Lawson.
Find out when you get there that you're playing that team.
Watson with the play fake has all day. Checks it down, and a big hit by LaMarcus Joyner. Ball came out, and now they're saying no, incomplete. 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Watson over the middle. There's Hopkins into Oakland territory. And Johnson is tripped up. Crosby getting in the backfield with good penetration. 5 tackles today for Crosby, a Colleyville, Texas native, played at Heritage High School. 2nd and 13, a lot of movement up front.
Ball start. Offense, number 73. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Pure pass situation. Can this offensive line hold up?
Watson to Hopkins at midfield. Gets away from Morrow, and Whitehead finally brings him down.
Squeeze the pocket if you're those tackles. Don't let Hopkins or Watson out.
Here comes the pressure from Joyner. Watson gets rid of it. First down, DeAndre Hopkins.
Deshaun Watson is terrific.
Here's Hyde. And Hyde is tackled at the 31-yard line after a gain of 4. Hey, Hopkins now over 8,000 for his career, third youngest in NFL history to get to 8,000. Watson fires, and another catch. No, incomplete. DeAndre Carter could not hold on. Just get it off. Watson, and he connects with Duke Johnson, stretches out, and with that spot, that's going to be very close to a first down. Johnson thinks he's got it, and he does.
Watch out.
Hyde again, and Hyde inside the 20. Hyde again. Hyde cannot get away. Ball comes out late. They're calling this a fumble for the time being, but Houston recovers.
Condensed formation with 2 blockers on the outside.
This half, Houston 2 for 4 on third downs. Watson rolling right. Is he going to run it? Yes, he is. Watson, and he's out of bounds with another Houston first down. Watson again rolling right. Throws. He's got Fells at the 5. And Fells upended at the 4-yard line by Joseph. Watson running right. Now throws wide open. Touchdown. Darren Fells. And now, James, if you're Houston, do you go for 2 and try to tie it up right now? Bill O'Brien electing to kick the extra point here with Fairbairn. And his kick is good for 68 yards passing. Bill O'Brien electing not to go for 2. So the Texans still down by 1, and it's a touchback. So the Texans trying to keep pace. On first down, Josh Jacobs and Conley and Keon Crossan are the corners for Houston. Carr swings one. That's Jacobs. Oh, what a move by the rookie. Jacobs still going across the 35 for a first down. And 2 catches for 15 yards. Carr, nice catch with a flag down. Foster Moreau reels it in.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense. 5-yard penalty at the end of the play. First down.
Back to Jacobs and across midfield for a gain of 4. Carr over the middle. Nice play to Richard. He's got room to run. Jalen Richard tripped up at the 28-yard line by Crossan. But a gain of 20 for Jalen Richard. We've seen Carr go to the air a little bit more, and it's paying off for Oakland. Right back to the air, caught by Renfro, and he spins to the 24. Hand off to Jacobs. Oh, he's hit hard by Merciless. Carr changing things at the line. Crowd making some noise here in Houston. Carr, oh, it's nearly intercepted. Dylan Cole should have had that one. And Carlson is good. He's now made 18 in a row from inside 50 yards. Kenny Stills only has 3 catches for 22 yards. I've not been able to get him going yet so far today. Touchback here, and Texans will get the ball at the 25-yard line. Carlos Hyde, the running back, on first down and 10. Watson, incomplete. Watson took a shot, and there comes a flag. Crosby and Joseph were back there. Watson is slow to get up. And this is going to be on the Raiders.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 98. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic. First down.
Watson, and Stills could not hold on. Today for the Texans is Kiki Cutie. He has not had a lot of opportunities out there. He's just standing on the sideline. Watson, he throws. There's Hopkins, and he's got a first down.
You have to be ready to go in at a moment's notice.
And off to Hyde. And Hyde to the 44-yard line. Another tackle for Nicholas Morrow after a gain of 5. 9.5 to go. It's 2nd and 5. And a handoff to Hyde. And he cannot get away from P.J. Hall. 3rd down and 6. And they're going to run it to Hyde. Hyde slips a tackle. Hyde has the first down. 10-yard run for Hyde, his longest today. They go right back to him. Hyde inside the 30. Watson throwing, connects with Hopkins, and Hopkins has the first down. Watson has some room to run. Watson dives across the 15 with a flag coming in from the secondary.
Illegal contact. Defense number 50. That 5-yard penalty is added to the end of the run. First down.
Watson 2 red zone touchdown passes today. Watson, and he goes down. No, he stays on his feet. Throws on the run. Touchdown! Unbelievable! Watson, a magician! You see it again. How does he stay on his feet?
Right there, it looked like he might have gotten kicked in the face when he broke out of that tackle.
Second touchdown for Darren Fells. And you're right, James. He immediately grabbed his helmet and still down on the turf here in Houston.
You're going to see it there. There's a foot that comes to right there. It gets kicked side of the helmet. Yeah, that left eye. You can see him with that eye closed. He threw that ball with one eye.
So now Fairbairn for an important extra point to make it a 3-point game. And Fairbairn is good. Are scratched by the Nationals because of injury. Astros have won 2 straight. It's a touchback.
Ability, maybe let that play go.
He's still in the blue medical tent. We'll keep you posted. This is Jacobs around the left side. Justin Reed with a big hit. Gain of 8. Second down and 2. With Richard at running back. Carr. Looking deep for Williams. He's open, and he's got it at the 45-yard line. Carr, pump fakes, looking for Williams again, and he made the adjustment but could not make the catch.
Or this bunch formation will give these young corners a tough time.
Here's Jacobs up the middle, all the way inside the 35-yard line. A flag is down.
Holding. Offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty replay. Second down.
Carr gets rid of it. There's Washington. And Washington is hit at the 49-yard line. Carr. And the catch is not made. Incomplete. Has not thrown it yet. And it looks like he's not going to do it. Remember, in the first half, he lost a review on pass interference. As we told you at that time, no pass interference reviews have been reversed since week 3. 3:56 to go. First and 10 for the Texans at their own 15-yard line. And they hand it off to Hyde. And this Raider defense has been very tough against the run today. Using up the play clock. And Watson takes the snap. Blitz coming. There's Hopkins matched up with Worley. And ball comes out late. And they're saying he was down. They're saying DeAndre Hopkins was down. And with that spot, it's a first down for the Texans. Gruden had the challenge flag in his hand, did not throw it. Oh, and a stop and start move by Hyde. Up across the 40 and out to the 47-yard line. Gruden had the flag in his hand, did not drop it as Morrow trying to bring down Hyde. And a tough spot for Gruden because he needs the timeout. Can't afford to lose it as Watson is running here, throws on the run. And is it caught by Fells? Yes! And now all the Texans have to do, take 3 knees, and they're going to walk out with their 5th win of the season and list. Next Sunday when they take on the Jaguars, and John Gruden, his team, they hung pretty tough in this very difficult stretch of travel. They finally get back home next Sunday. It'll be their first game in Oakland in 49 days. They'll be home for 3 straight.